The electric vehicle market has cooled recently, with Q1 sales down 27% year-over-year. Policy shifts, charging anxiety, and range concerns have slowed momentum. But quietly, in labs and on test tracks, the battery technology that could change all of that is moving fast. Today's EVs run almost entirely on lithium-ion batteries, the same basic chemistry that's been powering the industry for decades. Modern EV batteries are designed to last around 15 to 20 years, with gradual range loss over time, not sudden failure. Most offer between 150 to 400 plus miles of rated range, though real-world range is typically 10 to 30% lower depending on conditions. And charging? Depending on your setup, that can mean anywhere from 20 minutes on a fast charger to several hours at home. That's the baseline. Today, we're looking at two emerging technologies that could raise that bar significantly: sodium-ion batteries and solid-state batteries. General Motors made a move this week that didn't get nearly enough attention. GM announced a strategic partnership with Peak Energy, a US-based grid storage company, to develop and deploy next-generation sodium-ion battery cells. GM will develop the cells in its Michigan battery labs and retain exclusive manufacturing rights, while Peak Energy will incorporate them into its proprietary storage systems. Now, this partnership is focused on grid-scale energy storage, not EV batteries directly, but the underlying technology has significant implications for EVs down the road, and here's why that matters. GM argues that improvements to lithium-ion are beginning to plateau, while sodium-ion is still early in its development curve, meaning more performance gains are ahead. China is already proving that point. Battery giant CATL and automaker Chang'an have unveiled what they describe as the world's first mass-produced passenger car, powered by sodium-ion batteries, with an estimated driving range of around 248 miles. CATL's next-generation sodium-ion battery has achieved an energy density of 175 watt-hours per kilogram and is capable of supporting more than 500 kilometers of pure electric range. They can achieve a fast charge of up to 80% in under 10 minutes. The cells are designed to operate across a temperature range from -40 to 70 degrees Celsius, a major advantage over current lithium-ion in cold climates. GM's sodium-ion batteries are still a few years from entering full-scale production, with cells expected for customer use after 2028. But the significance here is that a major American automaker is betting on this chemistry and building it domestically. For consumers, sodium-ion's biggest promise is lower cost. Sodium is far more abundant than lithium, which could meaningfully reduce battery prices over time. If sodium-ion is the practical, lower-cost play, solid-state batteries are the technology the industry has been chasing for a decade. And two major automakers, Mercedes-Benz and Stellantis, are now road-testing it. A piece of history worth noting. Mercedes and Stellantis used to be connected. In 1998, Daimler-Benz acquired Chrysler for more than $35 billion, forming Daimler-Chrysler AG. In 2007, Daimler sold Chrysler to a private equity firm. Chrysler eventually became part of Fiat, and later Stellantis. They've been separate ever since, but today, they're aligned again, not through corporate ownership, but through a shared bet on the same battery startup, Factorial Energy. Factorial raised $200 million in a funding round led by Mercedes and Stellantis, and both automakers are now putting that technology to real-world tests. Mercedes was first out the gate. In September 2025, a modified Mercedes EQS equipped with a solid-state battery completed a drive from Stuttgart, Germany to Malmö, Sweden, 749 miles on a single charge, across 3 countries, without stopping to recharge. The solid-state pack offered about 25% more usable energy compared with a similarly sized conventional lithium-ion battery. Mercedes says their goal is to bring this technology into series production by the end of the decade. Stellantis just this week hit its own milestone. Stellantis and Factorial have integrated solid-state battery cells into a Dodge Charger Daytona development vehicle and launched a real-world road testing program. The Factorial Fest cells achieve an energy density of 375 watt-hours per kilogram. Conventional lithium-ion typically lands in the 200 to 300 range. The pack charges from 15 to 90% in just 18 minutes and operates reliably from -22 to 113 degrees Fahrenheit. For comparison, the current Charger Daytona's lithium-ion pack charges from 10 to 80% in roughly 30 minutes. Notably, Stellantis was able to fit Factorial's solid-state cells into the Charger Daytona's existing battery pack using a new patented mechanical architecture. which suggests that adapting solid-state tech to existing EV platforms may be more straightforward than previously thought. That's good news for consumers wondering whether next-gen batteries will require all new vehicles. As for cost, solid-state batteries currently cost more to produce than lithium-ion. But semi-solid-state batteries are already coming in at only 5 to 10% more than conventional liquid batteries, and costs are expected to come down as manufacturing scales. So, where does this leave EV owners right now? Today's lithium-ion batteries are actually quite good, and getting better. A geotab analysis of more than 22,000 vehicles shows the average degradation rate is about 2.3% per year, meaning a battery rated for 300 miles will likely still deliver around 238 miles after a decade. Data from thousands of EVs on the road shows batteries typically retain 80 to 90% of their original capacity after 8 to 10 years or 100,000 plus miles. Overall, battery costs have fallen dramatically, roughly 89% between 2010 and 2025, making EVs increasingly accessible. And high-power DC fast charging has emerged as the dominant stressor for battery health. If you're an EV owner, limiting frequent fast charge sessions preserves long-term range. The honest picture: today's EV battery is reliable, increasingly affordable, and in most cases will outlast your ownership period. The technologies coming behind it, sodium-ion for cost and cold weather performance, solid-state for range and charge speed, aren't replacing what exists today. They're building on it. The race isn't between oil and electric anymore. It's between what's already good and what could be great.